Rust Belt Reclamation, headquartered in Cleveland, Ohio, creates value by harvesting and repurposing lumber from remnant structures.
When you distill it down to its finest points, Rust Belt Reclamation really is a collection of very talented and intelligent individuals, all of whom are coalesced around the same mission, which is creating beautiful products out of reclaimed materials. So by repurposing material from blighted structures earmarked for demolition, we reduce the amount of waste going to landfills. We harvest material out of those structures and bring it back to our facility and use it for our own production purposes. That does two things. One, for landowners that are demolishing buildings, it reduces the costs of demolition. And in turn, what it does is give us a supply chain that diverts material from delivery to a landfill so they can be repurposed, recycled, upcycled into new products once again.
Due to a strong belief that their product should be as sustainable as humanly possible, all offerings from Rust Belt Reclamation are crafted utilizing locally salvaged materials.
Rust Belt Reclamation believes in sustainability and ventures to ensure that all of its products are produced with sustainability in mind. Not only do we believe that sustainability is important for our nation's future, but in doing so, we're preserving a portion of our nation's past, pulling materials out of historic buildings and landmark facilities, and then taking that material and turning into furniture.
Each piece of furniture we make has a laser engraved coin on it that tells the history of where it comes from. So you can go onto our website and see the house, the factory, or wherever it may have come from that their piece of furniture is made from. Everything in this warehouse here would have been in the landfill. All the wood, some of the metal pieces would have all just been thrown away, but we've saved that here. And we also try and keep that cycle going with all of our waste. Our wood scrap is sent to a mulch yard, as well as our sawdust is picked up by an urban farmer that uses it in his soil.
The lumber stock Rust Belt Reclamation harvests from these structures is both old growth and aged for over 100 years.
The wood we use here is all reclaimed. Most of it's about 100 years old, sometimes 200 years old. And that means the tree was growing 200 to 300 years ago. And this all came from old growth forests, trees that didn't get as much sunlight and water as commercially forested trees do now. So the trees grew slower and the rings grew tighter together. So it was much denser wood and actually gives a much more beautiful look to the wood as well. Besides the old growth lumber, we use old manufacturing techniques here, old woodworking techniques like mortise and tenon joinery and using spline construction. So it's not like knockdown furniture that you get at big box stores that's made out of particle board and just going to fall apart after a few years. We make things that are going to last for years to come.
Rust Belt Reclamation prides themselves on building heirloom quality products that are designed and built to endure for generations.
We make our furniture here to what we call heirloom quality standard. That's because of the construction techniques we use, the quality of wood that we use, knowing that it's going to last for generations, an heirloom that's, you can hand down to your grandkids, or, you think about the pieces you got from your grandmother, that table, that piece, it's that iconic piece that you love. Things that we make here can be handed down from generation to generation.
Rust Belt Reclamation is dedicated to providing the very highest quality of products for its customers. We're able to do that because of the team that we have here at Rust Belt. Everyone, from our designers and architects in the conceptualization and design phase, through our project managers and our craftsmen on the shop floor, all the way through our customer service representatives and our logisticians on the service provision side of the house. Every single individual here at Rust Belt is dedicated to providing not only the highest quality products, but the highest quality service.
Rust Belt Reclamation is helping fuel the resurgence of the Cleveland economy by tapping into a lot of local talent that's coming from some of the local schools and also manufacturing locations, as well as literally using the material that would be thrown away otherwise to create something that's saleable. We're combining those two to create a positive impact through job creation, and then also we are reducing the amount of material that's going to landfills to give it a future life.
For more information, visit www.rustbeltreclamation.com.